The number one concern I get from people who are about to buy my 60-day training program is that they're afraid they don't have enough equipment, they don't have the right equipment to be able to get stronger, jump higher, and run faster. They think that you need to spend a lot of money and that you need to have a ton of space just to be able to do workouts at home. Well, I'm here to prove you wrong, and I'm here to show you the easy way. I'm gonna help you spend less than $98 for every piece of equipment you need to get stronger, jump higher, run faster. This is the Minimalist Gym by Better at Beach. This is the first and easiest item. This is a tennis ball. You can use a lacrosse ball, and you can get these at any sporting goods store for less than $2 if you buy them individually. You can buy packs of them for cheap, but instead of a foam roller, which usually costs somewhere between $10 and $20, we're gonna use this for all of our massage work. Really simple. You don't need a foam roller to be able to give yourself some myofascial release or self-massage. This is a jump rope. It's not actually 100% necessary, but I love the jump rope, and I think it's important for any jumping athlete to be able to have this. It's great cardio, and it's so easy to travel with, where you can get a great cardio workout that involves some agility and plyometrics. It's $6, so it's an easy purchase, and it'll serve you for a really long time. These are my elastic TheraBands. I bought this together, so I cut it myself, and I bought it in an 8-yard roll. That 8-yard roll cost me $20. Now, usually most people like to get their tubed bands, and they have handles at the end, and then I've seen it a lot of times, these things snap, they break, and then for a few days you go without that band. Well, what's good about buying an 8-yard roll, it's so thick that you can cut into 2 pieces and 2 lengths, is that anytime one of these snaps, which is inevitable, you're going to be able to quickly go and cut yourself another one. And 8 yards should 100% last you a lifetime. I like to cut mine into 70-inch pieces, and like I said, it comes this thick. I just slice it down the middle in 2, and I'll show you all the exercises that you can do with elastic TheraBands. These here are your power bands, and you can get a set of 4 at all different resistances for $43. Now, they are the most expensive item on the list, but for those of you who are actually looking to build strength and build muscle, especially once we get into our leg workouts, you're going to need a heavier resistance. Again, these don't take up much space at all, and I always travel with at least one of these so that I can get a workout anywhere. I'll show you some exercises that you can do with these because they are so versatile. I'm going to show you a few of those exercises later on. This here is my baby. Now, a lot of people like to buy medicine balls, and medicine balls do come really expensive. I think they're overpriced across the board. But what we have here is an old basketball that wasn't being used, and we just sliced a small hole down the middle right there, okay? Tiny little hole, and we filled sand into the ball. You can fill it with rocks, you can fill it with dirt. Once you put dirt in it, you can put it with water, right? But you can get a really heavy medicine ball just by cutting a hole in an old volleyball or an old basketball and filling it with something. You don't have to spend a ton of money just to get a medicine ball that you can slam down. Easy. The final piece of equipment that I really recommend everybody gets is one of those doorway chin-up bars. We're gonna link one. I don't have one because I do have a squat rack in my home gym, but those are $26 on Amazon. Super cheap, super easy, and it's really important to be able to do those overhead pull works so that your shoulders and your back can become strong and help your head and shoulder. So I do recommend getting yourself one of those doorway chin-up bars. But I'm gonna show you all the other exercises that we can do with the equipment I just showed you. Let's get into it. All right, I'm actually gonna show you every exercise that we have for shoulder health in our 60-day training program on Better at Beach. So, here's the first one, using your band. Step on the elastic band. The first one is a 90-degree shoulder hold. The second one is a military hold. Shoulder military press. Bent over, I's, Y's, and T's. These are specific for shoulder health. Step on the band, I's, Y's out to the side, and T's straight to the side. We also have our A holds, holding back here. This is my bent over scarecrow hold for external rotation. We can also do shoulder external rotation by holding this band out and attacking those external rotators for our shoulders. With an elastic band, you can step on it and do front shoulder raises and lateral shoulder raises. If you want to add resistance, use 2, 3, or 4 from your roll of elastic bands. Now it's tough. While standing on those bands, we can also do a biceps curl into a shoulder press. You can always add more bands if you want to get more resistance. In our 60-day beach volleyball training program, we also have a brutal shoulder rehab exercise. It's called the wall crawl, the 90-degree wall crawl, where we hold and we resist out to the side and we slowly move our arms up and down a wall just like this. Do that long enough and I promise those shoulders will be burning. So most people like to do their hip exercises, their glute activation exercises with a circle band, but I actually don't need that extra piece of equipment if I have these TheraBands, because all I do is wrap it around my leg and the TheraBand will stay in place for me. At the end, tuck it under, and now it's not going to move. So here we go, banded glute bridges. Banded clamshells. Banded squat shuffles. Banded squats. And to take them off, super easy. Pull it apart. I don't have to bend down, I don't have to work, I don't have to get them over my shoes or anything like that. This next exercise comes from our rotation and stability series. All I did was tie this on a knot to something sturdy on the side, and then I have my rotation and stability exercises where I go out, across, and back. Again, if I want to add more resistance, I can always move further away, or I can just add my second or third band to this. Now, our torque series is why it's important to have a projectile, something that we can throw or launch. So that's where we have our DIY medicine ball. And we have our Russian twists, which are pretty simple from side to side. And we also have our medicine ball launches, where you can throw this to a partner or against a wall. Ready? Everything cracked. Boom! This is really where we get into our resistance training, and most people struggle with this because they think that you need a big heavy weight or a barbell or hardcore dumbbells. But if you want to do some really heavy and tough squats and lower body exercises, I'm going to show you how to do them with these power bands. Back squats. Step in, and tuck under. This is how you do deadlifts with power bands. Step on the loops on the outside. Once you've stepped on them and you're nice and wide, grab the loops in the middle, pull them up. Nice. Step-ups in essence are lunges. So all we need to do to perform a step-up or a lunge is keep these bands under my foot, get under there and wrap them tight around that shoulder, just like you're carrying a school bag. From there, That adds a lot of resistance, and if you want to pile on some more resistance, just pile on some more bands. These are your front squats. These are your straight leg deadlifts. This time, have your hands on both sides. Step in the middle so that it's nice and close to the ground. And here we go, straight legs from right here, from the side. If you want to add more resistance, you just add another band under there. If you want to do some calf raises, just put them directly underneath the ball of your foot so that you get that resistance. If you put it under your heel, it's not going to work. But once they're under the ball of your foot, from right there, keep them locked under there. Try to keep your right shoulder high as you do it if you're using your right leg. If you're using your left leg, get your left shoulder high. So there are a ton of plyometric exercises that you can do, but most people worry about a plyometric box. You don't necessarily need a plyo box. You can just run into your kitchen and jump off of those chairs. I'll show you one simple depth drop that we can use for jump exercises. Easy. Now, some of the more difficult exercises that you would try to convert to bands would be like your Olympic lifts, your power cleans, and your hang cleans. And it's really tough to substitute those using power bands, but all those are just really explosive squats. It's an explosive deadlift into a fast lift and into a front squat catch. That's all that an Olympic lift is. So if we just treat our squats explosively, we can get the same benefit, or a similar benefit. Step on those power bands. Get under it. Keep them on the outsides of your knees, and we're going to jump and extend into the air as fast as we can. Make sure that you control your descent. So when you land, make sure you're able to stop yourself. Here we go. Now, if you were to see me do an Olympic lift, it would just look like this. Really similar movement from the hips, just using a resistance band. I'm going to show you how to do an easy dumbbell or chest press just using these bands. Take it from both loops on the end, wrap it around your back. You can do this sitting up, or you can do this from your back. But all you do from this position is extend out. Now this for me is probably about a 20-pound resistance using one band, and I can certainly double that by getting into my second band. You want those strong pecs and chest without the dumbbells and without the barbell? Well, here you go. Simple resistance bands. Okay. Oh. That'll get you going. We can also add resistance to our push-ups by putting the band behind our back and then getting into push-up position. So from here, with this right under my hands, now that is pretty easy at the bottom, but once you get to the top, where it's normally easier for yourself, now it gets harder because the band is stretching more and adding more resistance at the end of your range. Now, if you want to get into some body weight rows and you really want to start getting into your back exercises, we're going to show you how to add a ton of resistance using these power bands. It says no parking, it doesn't say no working out. So, we can loop our band through something stable and strong, or honestly a partner could also hold this. From there, get into your nice rows here. Same thing from the other side. Nice. From this position, you can also do your overhead tricep work. So keep it attached to whatever pole or base you have. Lean forward and rock those triceps. If you want to get some preacher curls with a lot of resistance for your biceps, this is a really easy way to do curls with a ton of resistance and no dumbbells. Take a seat in front of your base, lock your elbows in front of your knees, and keeping your back still, pull this right to your face. Get those biceps going. Now, these resistance bands are great in two ways because you can do a lot of overhead pulls. So if you got that chin-up bar where you can put it in your doorway, then that's going to be great, and this can act as assistance. If you just want to hang this from something, you can also do lat pull downs to simulate that. So I'll show you two ways to do some overhead pulls while using this power band. We're going to loop this through the pole. And tug it nice and tight. Now from here, I can sit down and I can just do ordinary lat pulls. I can go double. You also have the option of using this as an assisted pull-up. So if you can't do body weight pull-ups yet, but you really want to get your strength up, it's pretty easy to use this to get you going. Or if you want to burn out at the end of a set. So you can loop your knee through this band, push it down, and leave that knee down. So that knee has to point down. Then I can wrap my legs, I can hang, just like this. And now pull-ups. Get really easy. I hope you enjoyed that video. As you can see, you do not have to break the bank just to get some resistance in your workouts. You don't need dumbbells, you don't need barbells to get a great workout. You can use the bands and the equipment just like we showed, and all for less than $98. Now, I'm not against barbells or dumbbells in any way, and I love free weights, but if you're looking to save space and save money and be able to travel with your equipment, well, we provided some great solutions for you. All of the workouts that we did here are straight from our 60-day training program on betteratbeach.com, and we're going to link that below. So if you're interested in a 60-day training program, you can go ahead and click that link. If you're just interested in getting some of the equipment that we use, we also have those links underneath the video. So go ahead and click on those and get your own. Every time you click on one of our links, it supports us, it supports our videos, and it supports our channel. So until next time, signing off.